Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Call of Cthulhu 2018 edition. Now before we do delve any deeper into this, I'd like to point out that yes, as I said, I got a little stuck last time. It was about 5 in the morning and I was a bit addled and not thinking too straight, so now it's like, 1:30 in the morning. Things will be much less scary because I'm more wide awake and haven't been dozing off for a few hours. Anyway, the monster. The creature we are about to face, with the spider-like limbs coming off its back. 100% the creature in the little boy's drawings in the mansion back near the beginning of the game. If you go back and look at the pictures, you see that he'd often drawn pictures of a creature. A person with a hole where the middle of their face should be, like the thing's big mouth being its only facial feature. He also drew some side views of its head with the mouth open and the spider-like limbs coming with their spiky pointed ends off the back. Now, I did say I was getting a bit stuck and I'd have a look it up and see what I could find, and about 3 or 4 minutes of research on the internet proved that actually the thing I needed to do was the last thing I had considered, and funnily enough would be one of the first things I considered if it was actually a proper tabletop role-playing game with my friends. So I like the way the designers of this game think, basically. For some reason I got it into my head, I'm playing a computer game, it's action, they've given me an attack button, I haven't had to use it yet for the entire game, I'm finally going to get to use it. Nope, not at all. So the next thing I was going to do was hide in the cabinet and wait for the monster to come get me, and when it smashed open the door, jump out with a knife and go surprise and get killed by it, because that wouldn't work. But there is something else the ritual knife can cut, which I hadn't dared approach yet because obviously the monster was between me and it and it was all getting very difficult. So this is going to require either some extreme sneaky peekiness or an extreme act of bravery. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, it might take a few tries, but I do now know what needs to be done. We'll just wait for this to finish loading, and then I'll probably get killed by a monster attempting the highly improbable a few times. But hey, it's a new attempt. I'm semi-fresh, ready to go. I'm wiping my hands constantly in case they're sweaty. They don't feel sweaty yet. They probably will be after all this wiping and rubbing, to be honest. Just, wiping them on my trousers. Right. Come on, nearly there. This is going to get nasty and horrific, but here we go. So there's a horrible painting of something rather nasty, and this painting is on a canvas. A canvas which can be stabbed or cut with a sacred ancient sacrificial dagger. Because, that makes sense. And that is the thing I hadn't considered a few nights ago when I tried this, and his hair is immediately soaked with sweat. Yeah, hide man, here comes a horrible monster with things on its back. And with the exception of the mouth, it hasn't got a face. There, those things on its back. Those were in the little boy's drawings. Now, for a monster that is called a shambler, I would expect it to be rather slower in its motion.
What the hell was that?
Man, do not uncrouch. I need you to very bravely get the hell behind this. And this. Now, I don't know if standing still will cause it to not be able to find us, but I do know. Why the hell is it getting so dark? That was really weird. Okay. We need to... Oh, bugger. Okay, why the hell is it going so dark? It's where we need to go. That is bad news for us. So let's see if we can... go this way. Oh, it's really close. Just keep moving, keep moving. Oh hell, there was a table in the middle here before. Right, we need to uncrouch. And now it's heard us.
This dagger looks different.
We need to run. We need to run at high speed and hope it doesn't kill us. Right. It sucked bodily into the painting. No, not my arm! Get off my arm, you horrible monster! I don't like the way the painting is going backwards there through the frame. That feels wrong. And it's gone. But oh, the horror has not ended yet.
What's the matter with you?
Ooh, nasty.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something
Did she
more
hear
interesting?
anything? Ooh, I don't know if I'm good. That's grayed out. That's interesting. Ooh, that. Oh.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Oh.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary.
What a
simple
bitch.
trade-off. Now go see
She
your antique
knew.
seller.
She
I still
knew
got
there was a
things to
monster
settle with
here.
Irene.
And she's now got the dagger. What was in that box? Wow. Oof. The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. I wouldn't say it was huge, it was about human-sized. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Yeah, I'm still feeling a bit tense in the chest after that, to be honest. Okay. According to the internet, there's some kind of big puzzle here in the bookshop, which is a
Where's
cause
the
of
bookseller?
much consternation to people. But also, did the game save then? I'm not sure, but I'm thinking this is a good point to stop right there and go, whew, let's get our breath back. Do we get any character points? Yeah, we did. Okay, we're actually going to be meeting someone and talking to someone here, Algernon Drake, so a bit of eloquence and psychology wouldn't go amiss. I mean, that makes some sort of sense, right? Is this a good point to just stop and be thankful that I made it through that situation alive? Okay. Yeah, there it is with the things on the back. What a horrible creature, and wow, that was a lot of sanity. Yeah, that's not good. Apparently, completing chapters restores small amounts of sanity. But lots of story points cause big sanity hits, as I've already proved. With my one or two alternate playthroughs, which haven't gone this far yet. They've gone down to like the caves underneath the mansion. Just to check my hypothesis that basically progress through the storyline will destroy the sanity, but apparently certain points in the storyline will restore small amounts of it as well. So it's more to do with how much information in Eldritch lore you're willing to gain. So the more understanding of the mystery you have, the more sanity damage you will take. Which then means that the opportunity to put points into the occultism skill at the beginning of the game is a golden opportunity and should definitely be taken advantage of, because that is progress in the occultism skill which you're not having to pay sanity for, whereas most of the other things that increase the occultism skill do harm sanity in quite a significant manner. Now, what have we here? The Sanders residence, okay, yeah. And painting for Shambler. The painting was exposed in Francis Sanders' gallery, and I think that the creature no longer requires it for movement. It went to hunt down Sanders in the cellars of the Riverside Institute, where its body wasn't even visible to us. I don't know where it comes from, but one thing is sure. It's starving. Did I succeed in sending it back to its world? I am not sure. Extract from a notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Well, I think that's got to have been an autosave after sending that thing back, surely. So I think this is a great time to end the episode, short though it may be. I'm glad to have defeated that hideous creature and sent it back to the dark beyond. But for now, I deserve a break. Whew. Well, thank you all for watching. I know, short episode, I know, but I hope you all enjoyed it anyway. Action-packed for this game. Actually, yeah, let's talk about that a moment, right? Because, oh wait, last checkpoint. No, I don't want to load it. I just want to see where the last checkpoint was, you annoying game. I don't like this PlayStation console game design of... Look, I'm all for having just one save for one character as I play the game, and not having loads of backup saves and stuff, but not being able to control when those saves are made, or even know when those saves are from, is incredibly frustrating. But yeah, as I was going to say, so I know there's been a lot of the early Call of Cthulhu games where, like, grab a shotgun and go kill the monsters, and that's really not what Cthulhu's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be these big, horrible, powerful monsters that can absolutely rip you to pieces, and the most important thing is that you are completely insignificant in their plans. You just don't matter. Humanity has no hope, and it's supposed to be the slow dawning of the realization of our powerlessness in the whole grand scheme of things that is supposed to be the true cause of the horror in this genre. With that, I'll say bye for now, guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Until next time, cheerio!